Hi, my name is Penny Durham, and in this video I will be conducting a multi-stage experiment and explaining how to determine the probability. My hopes is that this tool is something that you can use in your classroom, or if you're a parent, this is something you can do at home with your children. Or even if you're a student, I encourage you to pause the video, go grab the items I have before me, and let's complete this project together. Let's take a look. First, you need a sample space, and the sample space is the set of all possible outcomes for an experiment. In this sample space, there are 12 items total in 3 different colors. When conducting a probability experiment, it's best to make the number in each color different. And I grabbed construction paper because that's what I had available at home, but any solid color items will do. You can use candy, marbles, or even buttons. And then you also need a cup or a bowl to put your 12 items in, and a piece of paper and something to write with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 12 items and I'm going to place them in my cup. But first, it's always good to write down what you have of each color so you don't forget. So I have 6 white, and I have 4 pink, and 2 green. And that's 12 items total. All right, let's get started. Okay, in my experiment, I'm going to pick from my cup 2 pieces of paper without replacement. This makes it a multi-stage experiment because I'm not choosing once, but twice. And also the words without replacement are very, very important. My first piece of paper I'm picking is white. My second piece of paper that I am picking is pink. Remember I said without replacement. I did not place my white paper back in my cup before choosing my pink. Let's talk about the probability of picking white then pink. First, I picked the white. Now, probabilities can be written as ratios, percentages, and decimals, but fractions are the typical way of representation, and it's what we're going to be using. So the probability of picking white, the denominator is the total number of pieces of paper I have, which was 12. And the top numerator is going to be the number of chances selecting white. Can you remember how many white I had in there? That's right, there were 6. So there's my probability of picking white. I did not place my first pick back in the cup, which means when I go to write my probability of pink, my total number is going to change from 12 to 11, because when I picked, I had 11 in there. Now, the outcome for the pink would be the total number of pink I had in my cup, which was 4. To find the probability of this multi-stage experiment, I take my probability of white, which we will reduce it to 1/2, and multiply it by my probability of picking pink. Do your math. And we can reduce that again to 2/11. So the probability for this multi-stage experiment of picking white, then pink without replacement is 2/11. Now, we're going to play again, just to make sure you have it. Green, without replacement, another green. So this is interesting, I have 2 green. So let's talk about the probability of picking that first green. Total number of pieces of paper I had in my cup, 12. Total number of green that were originally in the cup, that's right, 2. Now, the probability of picking another green. Remember that first piece wasn't replaced, so that means I have 1 less, so there were 11 pieces of paper. But also, I was 1 less green. So when I went to go pick this green, that means there was only 1 in that cup. Multiply my fractions, and we can reduce that to 1/6. Multiply it by 1/11. So the probability of picking green and then another green without replacement is 1/66. One more time. First pick is the green. Second pick is white. Probability of picking green, 12 total items. 2 green were in my cup. Probability of picking white, remember I have 1 less, so there was 11 to pick from. And 6 white total. Reduce our fractions. 1/6, cannot reduce 6/11ths, equals 6 over 66 equals 1/11. So the probability of picking green, then white without replacement is 1/11. Well, that's it. I hope this helped. Take care.